Now let's look at 3 set problems. So the 3 set problem and the 2 sets have the same concept. The only difference in both is that the 2 set problems deals with 2 sets at a time, whilst the 3 sets deals with what? 3 sets at a time. So now, from the knowledge we've gained from the 2 set problem, we are going to apply it in the 3 set problem. Then, when we get to where there are some tricks, then we will now know how to handle it. Okay. So for the 3 set problems, we look at the first question. So if P, Q, and R are sets such that, so P, Q, and R are sets such that the number of set P is equal to 20. The number of set Q is what? 16. The number of set R is equal to 21. It's equal to 21. Okay. And the number of P intersection Q is equal to 7. The number of P intersection R is equal to 18. And the number of Q intersection R is equal to 5. Also, the number of P intersection Q intersection R is equal to 3. Okay. It's equal to 3. A. We are to represent this information on a Venn diagram. Okay. So to represent this information on a Venn diagram, it is as how we were doing the 2 set problem. But here we are going to deal with what? 3 circles or 3 sets at the same time. Okay. So to represent it, I'm drawing the circle. So this circle represents the P, which is 20. Then I'll draw another circle for the Q, which is 16. Then I'll draw the last circle, which is for the R, 21. Okay. Okay. Then, from the question, were we given the universal set? No. Okay. So, I have this. Now, the number of P intersection Q intersection R will be this shaded portion, and I hope you understand it, because within this shaded portion we can see that we have part of the circle P, which is this. We also have part of the circle R, which is this. And we also have part of the circle Q, which is this. So it means all the 3 circles meet at this point. So the shaded portion becomes the intersection of all the 3 circles. So once we have been able to identify that, then from the question, what's the figure or what's the number? It's 3. So we write our 3 over here. Okay. Now, from the question 2, we have been given the number of P intersection Q. So P intersection Q means we look at the circle where P and Q intersect or they meet. So this is circle P, right? This is circle Q. So P and Q. Sorry. So here is, we have the circle P to be this. We have the circle what? Q also to be this. Okay. Now there are 7, but let's look at it well. You see that the circle P is this, right? Then the circle Q is also this. So this bolded portion now represents P intersection Q. Can you see it? Okay. So if P intersection Q is 7, then don't forget, out of the 7, we have taken what? 3 here, because this 3 can be found in what? P intersection Q. So if all of them is 7 and we have taken 3 out, what is left? So it's 7 minus 3, which is what? 4. So you write 4 over here. If you write 7, it's wrong. Okay. So you write 4 over there. And the 4 means 7 minus 3. Now you see that when we sum 4 and 3, we will get the 7 here. Okay. Let's use the same idea for the next one, which is 18. So the 18 represents what? The number of P intersection R. So where is the set P intersection R? So P is this. Can you see that? P is this. What is, where's the circle R? Circle R is also this. So the circle R is this. Okay. Now, so P intersection R is this portion. How many are they? Is it 8? Oh, sorry, it's not 18, it's 8. Okay. So P intersection R is what? 8. But don't forget, this 8 include what? The 3 over here. So to get the remaining number here is the same as what? 8 minus what? 3, which will give us 5. So you see, when we sum both numbers, 5 and 3, we'll get the 8. Okay. Now let's look at the next one, which is Q intersection R. So Q intersection R. Where is the circle Q? The circle Q is this. The circle Q is this. Then the circle R is also this. Okay. So the circle R is this, the circle Q is this. So it means we have this portion now. And how many are they? 5. But out of the 5, we've taken 3 out. So now we'll be left with 5 minus 3, which is what? 2. So when we sum 2 plus 3 to give us 5. Okay. So now we have been able to what? To fixing these values. Now, because the remaining portions here, when you look at the P, the remaining portion, I'm talking about this part. The remaining portion here is P only, but we are having what? 20 to form all those here, right? So because we don't know the remaining portion, we can use small p to represent those in P only, or those who represent the portion P only. Okay, in the same way, because this whole circle is Q, and we don't know this part, and this part is what we call the Q only. This part is what we call the Q only. we will also represent it by small q. And in the same way, the r only, I will use small r. You can use any of the variables which you prefer. Then we also have, there was an information, okay, which, so now we have been able to represent our information on the Venn diagram, which you can see we have been able to represent that. Okay, so this is for A. Now don't forget that I told you, if you have any question, you can just type so that I will read and address it. Okay, now let's look at the B. Okay, so the B is saying we are to find the number of P union Q union R. What does this mean? It means we must find the universal set, or the total number. That's the meaning. So it means we must find the universal set. Okay. Now, how do we find the universal set? We find the universal set by adding all the elements in the three sets, which is P, Q, and R. But now you can see that when it takes set P, what we know is that there is a variable in there which is P. But in mathematics, we can't add numbers with variables. So what it means is we must first find the values of each variables in the Venn diagram. And I mean, we have to find the values of P, Q, and what? R. Then once we are able to get all these values, then we can sum all of them to get our what? Universal set. Okay. So to find this universal set, I told you we have summing everything. So we have P plus 4 plus 3 plus 5 plus Q plus 2 plus R. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So all this will give us the universal set, which means we are looking for the union of all these three sets. Good. So now, how do we find these variables so that once we have been able to obtain the numbers, we can just add them? So how do we get P? So now we look at set P. So from set P, I mean we are looking at the set P over here. Okay, don't forget the set P, all of them must sum to what? 20. So what we do is P plus 4 plus 3 plus 5 is equal to 20. That's what you must do. So in set P, we have small p plus 4 plus 3 plus 5. I'm talking about all the elements in the circle P. You can see P, 4, 3, and 5 are in the circle P. So when we sum all of them, we must get 20. So now what it means is we have P plus 12, right, is equal to 20. So P will give us 20 minus 12, which is equal to 8. Okay. So P is equal to 8. Now, use the same trick to find Q. So to find Q, we will look at the set Q. So from the set Q, all the elements must sum towards 16. So we have 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus Q is equal to 16. Okay. Now, we have 7 plus 2, 9. So we have 9 plus Q is equal to 16. So Q is 16 minus 9. So therefore, Q is equal to 7. Okay. Then to find R, we use the same approach. So from the set R, when we sum all the elements, 5 plus 3 plus 2 plus R should give us 21. Okay. So we have 10 plus R is equal to 21. So R is equal to 21 minus 10. So R is what? 11. Okay. Good. Now we can find the union of all the 3 sets. So the number of this will give us 8 plus, because the P was 8. So 8 plus 4 plus 5 plus 3 plus K was 7 plus 7 plus 2 plus 11, which represents the R. Okay. So when we sum all of them, we are going to get what? 40. So this is the solution to the question. This is the solution to the question. So we have been able to solve the first question. So the A said we should represent on a Venn diagram, which we did. Then the B part said we should find the union of the sets, which has also been solved. Okay.